Why I don't watch Young Black Jack no more? Because it sucks. Yo, what's going on, everybody? I want to do a video about why I don't watch Young Black Jack no more, and I'll tell you why. I haven't watched Young Black Jack ever since the second episode. Like, after the second episode, because I watched a couple of minutes of the third episode. I will tell you that. I watched a couple of minutes of the third episode, but the third episode was like a completely different arc than the second episode, and even in the first episode. Even, I'll tell you this, the second episode didn't really get me out of the swing of Young Black Jack, because even though it had nothing to do with the first episode at all, they just moved completely on for the first episode. But the third episode, I was like, okay, like, I can't watch this, man, because they ain't gonna do nothing but jump completely all around with Young Black Jack. They not gonna be continuity wise. They're not gonna go just from the canon to freaking anime, like. And you know Young Black Jack. And when I found this out, when I stopped watching Young Black Jack, is that Young Black Jack actually is an old tail anime, like as old as, not as old as the original Dragon Ball. Well, probably as old as Dragon Ball Z. That's how old it is. And they brought it back. And I don't know why they just didn't do what Hunter x Hunter did, because if you don't know, Hunter x Hunter is an old as anime like that too. Like, Hunter x Hunter is basically the same age as freaking Dragon Ball Z. It came out right around that time, or somewhere a little bit, not exactly the same time, but right around that time, man. Like 90s, or like mid 90s to late 90s. That's how old Hunter x Hunter is. If you didn't know that, now you know. And that's how old Young Black Jack is. And my thing is, like, why didn't they just do what freaking Hunter x Hunter did? When Hunter x Hunter came back, they went straight from word, canon to canon, just like they did in the original. They just did an updated version of the original with better animation, better art, better everything, better sound, better everything, man. And I don't know why they just didn't do that in Young Black Jack. And what made me stop watching it is that in the second episode, it was all about Jack, like, trying to save this guy's life. Trying to save his life, pay back a debt, and save another guy's life, this old rich man's life. And he did do it, but then in the third episode, somehow they're in Vietnam. And I'm like, hold on, whoa, man. Like, no, it wasn't the third episode. It was the fourth episode. They were in Vietnam. Somehow they ended up in Vietnam, and I was like, whoa. What's going on? Like, the third episode had, it was like Jack was trying to save this guy's life, that his neighbor came over to him and was like, I'm trying to get my thoughts together while doing this video, so bear with me. And I like to ramble, if you don't know. But it was all about how Jack was trying to save this guy's life that was a CIA spy who was undercover with some Americans who were in Japan to go to Vietnam in order to protest the war. And the CIA guy was there in order to stop them from actually going to Vietnam, but he got really freaking sick one day. And so, like, Jack's neighbor, which was a protester of Vietnam, went over to Jack to try to help, to try to persuade Jack to help him out. And Jack eventually did, even though he was against it for most of the episode. he eventually did and found out that they were people who were trying to go to Vietnam from Japan to protest the war in Vietnam, which was freaking stupid back then. They could have died, but whatever. And they did, and then like one of the women that was with them was like kind of evil, but then again she was kind of not. She was trying to like hold it over Jack's head, talking about she knew the guy was a CIA agent and stuff like that. Just a whole bunch of stuff. But after that, I was completely done with Young Black Jack, man. And you go, well, they're talking about Vietnam and stuff in the third episode, so how come when they're actually in Vietnam, what's the problem? It's because we never get any like transition towards Vietnam. It's just bam, they in Vietnam right after the third episode when Jack is basically just saved the CIA agent's life and then sent those people on sent those people back to freaking the U.S. because the border agents stuff over there in Japan have found out about those guys and sent those guys back to America. But it was just like, how did Jack end up in Vietnam? Why did he go to Vietnam? What is all that about? Like, probably could have found that out if I watched the fourth episode, but I was just completely done with it, man. I didn't want to watch Young Black Jack no more. It was stupid. It was dumb. That's all I got to say about it, man. But if you still watching Young Black Jack, let me know if it has gotten any better since the fourth episode. I just didn't want to watch it no more because the continuity errors with me. I just wanted a completely good flowing anime straight from canon to anime. That's what I wanted. And I don't know why they just didn't do what Hunter x Hunter did and like do an updated version of it, but hey, whatever. Apparently there's been, and one more thing I found out before I fucking close this video out. Apparently there's been a couple of movies about Young Black Jack, but like with real people, like the Death Note movie, not the one that Lionsgate is trying to make. If you didn't know, Lionsgate is trying to make a Death Note movie and stuff. They're already casting some people, man. I'll put a link to my video I did down there in the description. And in Japan, how they did the Attack on Titan movie, they already did a whole bunch of Young Black Jack movies like that and stuff. But yeah, it's just Young Black Jack, stupid. I don't like it anymore because continuity just messed me up. So I'm done with this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Share this video. I'm Danny Awesome, and if you're awesome, come be awesome with me. I'm out. I love your faces. Peace. One love.